Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and this is Jar of Fireflies. And here I make videos all about my life as an Orthodox Jewish homeschooling mother of 3. And tonight we're going to a party. Okay, so I came out here to put my makeup on because my husband is in the shower and we don't have mirrors in our second bathroom yet still. So I'm literally using my phone and thought, well, I might as well just go ahead and film it. Anyways, okay, so to start off with, I'm using this Clinique Redness Solutions because my face is a little pink. Okay, so why am I putting on makeup? This is so exciting. Okay, so I am putting on makeup because we going to a party tonight. And we don't go to a lot of parties, especially with COVID and stuff like that. So this is a party at our shul, at our synagogue, and it is because we are getting a new Torah. Now this is a big deal. Okay, so first of all, it doesn't happen very often because most of the time, you know, a synagogue will already have a Torah scroll and they don't need more. Well, they generally will have more than one. I don't know. Anyways, we only had one and our other one was borrowed. So we have purchased another one, which is super exciting. Now, hold on. Now I'm using some Bare Minerals Original Foundation. I don't know, soft medium. Anyways, I don't know how to do a makeup video because I don't do makeup videos. Anyways, I don't really do makeup, so there's that. Anyways, falling apart here. Okay, anyways, Torah scrolls are expensive. They're really pricey. So that's another reason you don't get them too often. A Torah scroll will cost as much as a car, you know. They probably start at around $30,000. Plus there's other expenses involved with it. You know, you've got to get the Torah cover. You've got to get the little pointer to, you know, point while you're reading it. I forget what you call that. I think it's called a shamash. I'm gonna have to check on that and get back to you guys. Yup, it is called a yad, which is the Hebrew word for hand, and it is usually a small hand at the end of a stick, hence the name yad. So yeah, this is definitely, it's a really big deal. And you know, it's a big fundraising campaign that's been going on here for a while. Can't remember exactly how long, probably a good year or so, you know, a good year maybe. I feel like it was probably a year. Anyways, so tonight's like the culmination of all of this. We've gotten our Torah scroll and tonight we're getting together to celebrate this fact, have a nice party, and then later on here in a few days, we're going to finish writing the Torah scroll. And I'll talk all about that. I'll film that and include that in this video as well. So you will see all of that also. Now we've got some Bare Minerals Call My Blush, which I just think is a really awesome name for blush. Okay. So anyways, hold on, I can't do this unless I'm smiling. I don't know why, it's just the way that I learned how to do this a bajillion years ago when I actually did wear makeup. Okay, done. Okay, next up, I've got some Bare Minerals Strength and Length, little mascara here. Okay, so there's really basically nothing attractive about using my phone camera as a mirror to put on mascara, so I clipped some of it out and zoomed through the rest, but yeah, this is just me putting on mascara. Okay, now I got a little mascara on my face, so this will just come off easily with some water. Yay! Okay. This, my friends, is the extent of my makeup. Oh, lips. Lip. And that was just chapstick, because I don't know, off-brand chapstick, whatever. It's not like, I call everything chapstick. I have these lipsticks, but I don't feel like either one is really my color. I feel like it's a little too pink. That one's a little too dark, too blushy. I don't know. Well, it's not terrible, I suppose. Okay. So anyways, I'm losing my hair cover here. Okay, so anyways, there is a party tonight Now I'm totally dolled up for it. Wow, I feel fancy. Okay, so we're gonna be going to this dinner tonight, and then in a few days, we're going to finish writing the Torah scroll, which I will tell you all about when we get there. But in the meantime, let's go celebrate and have a little fun. Okay, so we are home. The dinner is over. It was absolutely lovely time. The food was good. The company was fantastic. It was so much fun to just hang out with everybody and be together. Okay, so now we are home. The babysitter is gone and it's time for me to get my kids to bed, and I'll check back with you guys in a few days when we are doing the finishing of the writing of the Torah, and then we will parade it to our synagogue through the streets. So that is going to be so much fun, and I will share that with you guys in the same video, so don't go anywhere. See you guys in a moment, but for me it'll be a few days. Good morning. Okay, it is Sunday morning now, so a few days have passed since just now in the video when we were at the dinner. Now we are getting ready to actually finish writing the Torah and then parade it to our synagogue through the streets. So excited about this. Okay, so we're about to head out. It's happening at a community home here in our neighborhood, and then we will parade it to our synagogue because we all live within walking distance of our synagogue. So okay, so the kids are just getting their shoes and socks on, and then we're gonna head out and get this party started. So we got there early on purpose so that I could film things kind of as they were happening and be able to explain to you what was going on. So they did have some kid entertainment already set up. They had this big bounce house, so I threw my kids in the bounce house and they had so much fun. And in the meantime, I went around to see what was happening with all of the setup. The Torah scrolls arrived while I was standing there out front, and while one man held the Torah scroll, some other men laid out talit, some prayer shawls on a table, and then we were able to lay the Torah scroll down on the table after the table was prepared. So it took just a few minutes for the table to get situated, and then they were ready to lay the Torah scroll down on the table. Now, when we're not using the Torah scroll, there is a cover on it, but once we had it down on the table, we were able to take that cover off and then get it all ready to start the writing. Now, once we got the Torah scroll taken out, we realized that it was at the wrong part of the Torah. It was lined up there at the beginning of the Torah, and we needed the end of the Torah scroll so that we could write those final letters. Now, the Torah is one giant piece of parchment. Well, okay, so it's actually 62 sheets of parchment that are sewn together, forming one giant sheet of parchment. But regardless, we were at the wrong end. We were at the beginning, we needed the end, so they had to re-roll it the other way. By this point, my kids had exited the bounce house, so I followed them around while they observed the setup while the guys finished rolling up the Torah scroll. Okay, so here is where things start to get really exciting for me personally. So my husband is about to finish some of the letters in the Torah scroll. This is really exciting. This is a really special thing. So there is a mitzvah, a requirement to own a Torah scroll. These days, Torah scrolls are very expensive. It doesn't really make sense to own your own Torah scroll in your home. So the way to participate in this mitzvah is to write the Torah scroll. And again, not everybody is specially trained or has the supplies and a Torah scroll that needs to be written to write a Torah scroll. So the way that we can do this is we can write a letter in the Torah scroll. So what you saw there just a moment ago was my husband writing a letter in the Torah scroll. Now we are writing a total of 5 letters. So what's happening here is someone who is specially trained in writing a Torah scroll is finishing these last letters with my husband holding on to the quill that he is using. So this is his way of being able to write in the Torah scroll without messing it up. Now, if we were to mess up this Torah scroll while writing, there are ways that you could correct it, but you can only do so many corrections on each page. And, if we don't want to damage it, we don't want to mess it up, So that is why someone specially trained will do this. And then the participants who are writing the letters are holding on to the end of the quill to participate in that
with the person who is specially trained in writing the Torah scrolls, and we call this person a SEFER. So here you can just see my husband who's doing his letter writing. We had about 120 total letters that needed to be written today, and we wrote 5 of them. Some people wrote 1, some people wrote more than 1, but it's just such a fun thing to watch and such a great way to be able to participate in this mitzvah. Now, you may have noticed that we were kind of skipping around a little bit in our choice of letters. So with our 5 letters, we wrote the letters of my husband's father's name, who recently passed away. So we were choosing those particular letters of my father-in-law's name to honor him through this mitzvah. So some people were choosing, I heard one family chose the first letter of their last name. That's what they wanted to do. Some people are looking for a certain letter that has maybe a certain meaning to them. But basically, we do not have to fill these last letters in order. We just need to fill them in. So it's fun to be able to get to choose your letters with whatever meaning it is that you desire. Next to the Torah scroll on the table, we have everything that was purchased for this Torah scroll, which includes this mantle, which is the cover that goes on the Torah scroll when we are not using it. And so that is a decorative item that keeps it protected and safe. Next to that, we have the chest plate, and those Hebrew letters on there on the chest plate as well as on the mantle are representing the 10 Commandments. And then here next to all of that, we have the yod. As I mentioned earlier, it looks like a small hand pointing at the end, and it is decorative as well as functional. Okay, and back to the party. Okay, so we had crowns and flags for the kids. We had cupcakes and vegetable plates and all kinds of refreshments, as well as, and this was super exciting for my kids, as well as all of the kids there was a snow cone truck. This was probably the highlight for my kids. But basically, this is a party. We wanted it to be fun. We wanted people to enjoy themselves. We wanted people to be in a celebratory mood because this is a big celebration. It is a really big deal. So it was fun to be able to make it so fun for the kids as well as the adults. So yes, my kids definitely had sticky fingers today, but that is okay. I just wanted them to have fun and enjoy it and take part in the celebration because, like I said, this really doesn't happen very often. It's a really, really special, big deal. Okay, so at this point, we are wrapping up the final letters of the Torah scroll, and we are rolling it up and getting it ready to parade through the streets to our synagogue for another celebration. Okay, so here we are dressing the Torah scroll so that we can then parade it through the street. Wow, you guys, what a day. Okay, so what you saw there just now, I didn't want to talk over that part. I wanted you to hear the singing and kind of feel what was going on a little bit more than just with the silence. So, okay, so what was happening there at the end was the Torah scroll, they were finishing dressing it, and then they carried it down the street. And as we paraded it down the street, we took that whole canopy and used that on top of the Torah scroll to keep that covered the whole way down the street, like a chuppah, like a wedding, because this is our shul's, our synagogue's new Torah scroll. Wow, so amazing. All right, I hope that you guys all enjoyed that. That was a very special occasion. I am so excited that I was able to share that with you guys. If you have any questions about this, please drop them down there in the comments below. And if you just have any comments, of course, comment them below. I would love to chat with you there. I love getting to know you all. And as always, please make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss any of my future videos. And please give this video a like, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it so I know what kinds of videos you enjoy. And with that, I will call this video a close. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next upload.